Anyway, here we go. Onside kick for the Blazers. It's a good one. The Blazers get the onside kick on the very first play of the football game. Great kick and then a great recovery. Nice bounce to Alex Webster. How about that? Minute and a half to go in the half. Blazers like to get another score of some kind. As a whole, Austin at the 15. Austin at the 10. He's going to get it in the end zone. Touchdown for Valdosta State's Austin Scott. What a great run that was.
The David Dean Show. Your weekly look at Valdosta State University Blazer football. Here's your host, Dick Rocky, along with head coach David Dean, for a look at this week's Blazer football action.
Hello and welcome to the David Dean Show. I'm Dick Rocky with the head coach. The Blazers 42-7 over West Georgia and bring the peach basket back to Valdosta, Coach Dean. And we lost it for 1 year and you guys got it right back for us. We appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that. That was a goal of ours to go up there and put that on the bus and bring it back home and put it back up on our trophy case, hopefully where it's going to stay for quite a long time.
Your football team 42-7, probably the most dominating game your football has played maybe all around this season and maybe even going back into last year. It's been a long time to see a performance like that.
Well, it has, and hopefully we're getting better each week. That was our goal as coaches, was each week get a little bit better. And I think we put together a solid football game yesterday. We started off kind of slow. Didn't score a lot of points in the first quarter, gave up a long drive in the first quarter, but from the second quarter on, I think our kids took that game over and really dominated a very good West Georgia football team.
Over 500 yards of total offense again, and holding the West Georgia team who came in putting up a lot of points on the board, but held them to 217 total yards in the game. And again, when you look at the numbers, it was a total defensive effort. Nobody had 10 or 12 tackles. It was everybody right about the same thing, which is probably a good thing.
It's great. We love to have everybody contribute, offensively, defensively, and I think that was the case that day. Everybody did their job, made a lot of tackles, and you take away the opening drive that West Georgia had and the last drive of the game, and their offense really did nothing all day long. Really, really proud of our defense.
Wanted that shutout. I could see your reaction on the sidelines when they scored that one.
Yeah, I was pulling for those guys. They wanted a shutout, and especially when you're playing an in-state rival, heated hatred going in there, wanted to shut those guys out and make a true statement. But again, awfully proud of them. They scored it on our second team defense, but those second team guys got to go in there and hold on to that shutout as well.
All right, Coach, we'll come back with first half highlights in just a moment.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
Coach, we make the short trip for us up to Carrollton, Georgia. We got back pretty quickly last night, but I don't know about you, I love going there. It's just they had a good crowd, probably the best Division II football stadium in the United States. Just an unbelievable place.
Well, it truly is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful setting where they have it sitting up there, and the press box facilities, the stands, just the whole surrounding is just incredible. I don't know that there's a better Division II venue in the country.
As a football team, your players see that probably and probably makes them perform better. They had a nice crowd there. Of course, it was homecoming.
It was, but our guys, they feel a little jealous about all that, and a lot of those guys were recruited by West Georgia, and you're always playing into that, should I go there to play for that stadium? And that's the one thing that we hammer to our guys is you're going to play in there 5 times a year, but you're going to be in the weight room and be around the campus a whole lot more. So let that play into it. Let the people be the decision of where you go to school.
Of course, winning helps too.
It does.
All right, let's watch the first half. Blazers come out in black pants and white shirts, first time in a long time.
Well, we came out in the black pants because we were playing on the grass. We didn't really want to get a lot of grass stains on our pants, quite honestly, but I don't know, that might be a staple. We opened up the game with an onside kick. We wanted to steal a possession from West Georgia, and we got that, and unfortunately we didn't do anything with it. This is the second play of the game, and we pick up about 5 yards, and then we come out and we throw the football to try to get the first down, and we got a catch, and we just bobble it and lose it. And So we waste the opportunity that we had on the onside kick. But our defense came out and gave up this long drive to start the game. They put together a couple of third down conversions and got down the field. But when they got down inside the 30-yard line, our defense did a great job of bowing their neck and holding them. They got a great punt, pinned us down inside the one, almost to the goal line. And, we wanted to get it out of there, and we couldn't do it. We went 3 and out and had to punt the ball back to them. Got a great punt from Daniel Anderson. We rugby kicked it, and he had a really good kick. They had a pretty decent return, but we ended up stopping them again and forcing them to punt. And from this point on, we really started playing very good on offense. We were running our zone play, and you could see Austin Scott right there was breaking a lot of tackles. Was going through some big holes. Big play here by Reggie Lewis again. Reggie just continues to play good football for us and making a lot of plays. Good throw here to Demonte Ridley. He goes back-to-back on catches here on the slant play. He had that open on the backside. He was a big spark for us. He made a couple of big-time catches, and here's a touchdown throw here to Gerald Ford on a little sprint-out pass. And so we finally get on the board. It's in the second quarter, but we do get on the board, and great play there by Lawrence Virgil. That's a play that they hurt us with last year in the game down here, and we shut that down on them this year. Their quarterback couldn't get loose and make plays. Great adjustment by our defensive staff and our players. And here's a mistake that Caden makes. He knew it when he let the ball go, and throwing down the field late down the middle can never be a successful play, and they intercept it. But once again, our defense held, forced a punt, and gives the ball back to us. And again, we put together a really good drive right here. Caden had some really nice runs on this drive here. This is a third down conversion that we make on the quarterback draw. Got a little bit more than I thought we would get. And then big throw here to Gerald Ford there on the screen to get the ball out there. And we get a good punt the ball down there and pin them inside the 5-yard line. Great play right there by Chris Pope, making a big stop. And then here's Reggie on the speed sweep. Same play he scored on last week, and gets great blocking out wide and uses his speed to get down there. And great throw here to Shontavious Jones for the touchdown. Caden put that ball where only Shontavious could make that catch. Just a tremendous throw and an outstanding play there by Shontavious going up and making it. And you see it's a physical football game. We got guys flying around, and here's a big time play here. Lance Holder makes the interception. Wish he could have kept his feet, but he slipped and goes down. They called him back there where he caught it. And then here's another great block there by Reggie Lewis, and throw the screen out there to Shontavious. And big run here with Austin Scott, making a lot of people miss and using his speed to outrun them to the end zone to go up 21-0 there right before the half. We get them, give them an opportunity to throw the ball to the end zone here. We had a personal foul on the kickoff return, just not a very smart play by one of our players. And give them an opportunity to throw the ball to the end zone. But our defense did a great job of putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage down the field, and this is the last play of the half. They are not able to throw the ball down the field and have to run it out. So we take the 21-0 lead in there, and just really an outstanding effort by our defense after that first drive.
Coach Austin Scott, 18 carries for 132 net rushing yards, 3 touchdowns again, and again 297 net yards rushing. The people are starting to recognize Valdosta State likes to run the football.
Yeah, we do. We've got a good offensive line, and we got some good running backs in there, and really proud of Austin. Cedric O'Neal went out early in the first quarter with a separated shoulder, and Austin had to carry the load by himself the entire game on a hot day. We can only travel 60 players up there, so there wasn't a lot of depth that we could bring. And boy, Austin just played an outstanding game.
And Coach, it's almost like an offensive lineman. People we don't talk about until they make a mistake. Jake Walker, your freshman kickoff guy, he looks like to me he's getting comfortable in that job, and he had a really good day, I thought, yesterday.
He did. He had 2 balls that went into the end zone. They returned 1 out, but they had 1 touchback. But he's putting the ball where we need him to put the ball, and we're getting great coverage. He's hanging that ball up there high. and allowing our speed guys to go down there and make plays.
He's a big kid too, 6'1", 144. So he must have a good whip. But I mean, that's people that sometimes you forget about as a fan. You know, that's a huge part of the football games. Those kickoffs and.
There's no question. You know, as a kickoff guy, you have to put the ball where everybody's expecting you to kick it. They're all running to a point, and if it doesn't go where it's supposed to go, it's like a drive in golf. If you slice that thing, you're in the woods and you're in trouble. Yeah. Same way with the kickoff.
All right, 21-0 at the half. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Chaz Matthews, middle linebacker. I'm from Destin, Florida, and you're watching the David Dean Show. Go Blazers.
Welcome back to the David Dean Show. And Coach, I always like to throw stats at you. I know you don't like them, but what the heck. 10 minutes and 55 seconds in the third quarter showing up. Blazers had possession that whole time. But here's the ones I know you like. 8 of 14 on third down conversions for Valdosta State. Held them to 4 of 14.
That's great. You know, that's a telling tale in a game anytime is can you continue drives? And obviously we were continuing drives and they were not. And that's one of the reasons why we held the ball for so long in the third quarter. They couldn't get first downs.
5 times in the red zone, 5 touchdowns in the red zone.
Well, and you know, that's always been our Achilles heel for the last couple of years. And knock on wood, so far this year we've been very successful. We got to continue to do that. We put a great emphasis on that in practice, and our kids are responding.
Let's watch the second half, Coach. And I mentioned to you before we started that there was a lot of red and black on the visitor side Saturday afternoon.
We had a great crowd that traveled with us up there. Had a lot of folks that were cheering for us when we got off the bus, when we got to the stadium. It was just a great atmosphere, great day, and we appreciate everybody making their way up there. Start the second half with a good kickoff return there by Matt Pierce, and come out and throw the ball to Reggie Lewis on a little quick out. And, you know, he turns a 3-yard route into about a 15, 20-yard gain. And then we drop back here, and a good throw there to Quinn Robertson. He makes a big catch. That was a third down conversion that puts us down inside the 30-yard line. And then Caden went out right there. He dislocated his finger, and we had to bring in Graham Craig, and he does a nice job of reading. And then Theseus Jackson had to come in right here. Again, we lost Cedric O'Neal early in the game, and Theseus had to come in because Austin lost his helmet. And Austin comes back in after a couple of plays and walks in the end zone there for his second touchdown of the day. He's got a great feel for that run play. Just very patient, makes his way through there and gets in the end zone. Good tackle again there by Chris Pope, one-on-one play. And, Andrew Lawrenson playing with a ligament damage in his elbow, but still out there playing hard and making tackles and wreaking havoc back there in the backfield. And Caden Cochran again with a good run. And there's Austin. What a great hole our offensive line is opening up in there. They're playing well together, and there's another big hole. You know, anytime that you can get your running back to go 20 yards before he's touched, you know you're doing some things good. And we come right back, and the same thing with Caden. He goes 20 yards before anybody's around him. Good throw right here to Gerald Ford. Gets us down inside the 20-yard line, and then there's another big run, big open hole for Austin to walk through and go into the end zone for his third touchdown. And then now right here, West Georgia started to play a little bit better offensively. They started to make some things happen, but there's Lance Holder again with his second interception of the day. Right spot, makes a big catch. And then we come back, and here is R.J. Davis from Fitzgerald. Catches the bubble screen and goes, and this is a long third down. We had a holding call that backed us up, and we were just trying to steal some yardage from these guys and maybe try to pin them down in there on a punt. We had the wind behind our back at this time. And we don't convert, we get a good punt. Great play there by Tyler Josie. Even though he doesn't make the tackle, he forces him to turn back into the pursuit, force him to throw the ball away. And then there's Lawrence Virgil and Jeremy Grable, Tevin Davis, all those guys, again, putting pressure. We did an outstanding job of putting pressure on the quarterback all night. Big third down conversion right there to Reggie Lewis. Graham Craig throwing that ball in there, and there's a good job there by Shontavious. Got to hang on to that ball. Another big block by Reggie out wide. Good run here by Graham. had a lot of success with our quarterback running the ball yesterday, and then here's a big-time throw on the dig route to Quintavious Robertson. Glad to see him get in the end zone again. It's been a while since he's been in there, but he made a great move and a great catch. And great play here by Dominic Wheeler on the coverage, slaps that ball away right as it gets there. Does an outstanding job. And again, you can see we're putting the pressure, and Jeremy Grable gets the sack on a 4th down play, turns the ball back over to us. Greg Archibong now is in the game running for us. We got Justin Roberts in there at quarterback. Here's a throw to Clifford Pettiford, again on the screen. And you know, we got a lot of backups in there now. We're rolling a lot of people that don't get a chance to play a great deal, and I thought they came in and did a good job again. We shutting down the run. There's Chaz Matthews, Justin Williams, and Davis Durham gang tackling back there. And there's Justin Williams again and Andrew Lawrenson making another play. And then here's a 4th down conversion that they made, and I think this ended up being the conversion that got them into the end zone, because the next play they go run the sweep and they're able to get into the end zone, and that gave up the shutout. And we wanted to run the clock out. We didn't want to get our defense back out on the field again, and our backup offensive line came in and played the series before, and then come in and play this series, and they were able to do that. They were able to pick up a 1st down, and we were able to sit on the ball 2 times and run the clock out for the victory.
Big afternoon for Valdosta State. Go to 4-2 overall, 1-1 first conference win for Valdosta State, and that seems like a while.
It's been a while, but you know, we've been in every game, all those games that we lost. So it's good to get that conference win again and stay in the hunt for a conference championship.
Coach, people look at that score, 42-7, a blowout, you know, in a fan's mind. But West Georgia's 2-3, but still, this is still a different West Georgia program than it was 3 years ago.
It is. You know, it's they're a good football team. We just got the best of them yesterday. We came in ready to play, and I think we took the fight to them. You're going to see them be very good down the stretch. They do have a tough schedule down the stretch, but I think they're going to be very competitive. That is the 6th straight game that we've played somebody with a winning record going in, winning or even record, and it'll be number 7 this week when we go to North Alabama.
All right, we'll be back in just a moment with the Gander Mountain scoreboard.
My name is Edmund Kubler, play offensive line from Central Gwinnett High School, and you're watching the David Dean Show. Go Blazers.
Welcome back to the Gander Mountain scoreboard. And Coach, we'll run through some scores real quick here. Delta State gets a win over Tarleton State, 38-35.
Yeah, big win for Delta State. They go on the road to Texas and win that. And, you know, I think we had 3 Lone Star Conference crossover games, and Gulf South Conference won 2 of those.
West Alabama loses Thursday night. Got beat pretty good, 42-27.
Yeah, they had a 24-14 lead at the half, and Midwestern came out, ran the ball very well in the second half, and West Alabama had a hard time stopping them and got outscored 28-3 in the second half.
And we're talking in the next segment about this one, but North Alabama 21-16 over Texas A&M Kingsville, a team we'll play at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's our last game of the year, and you know, UNA's playing very good. They lost to Harding the 2nd game of the year, and I think they've rolled off about 4 or 5 straight wins now, and they will go into this game 5-1 record. And then, you know, Kingsville is a very good football team, and that was one of those things where they went to Kingsville and beat Kingsville in Kingsville.
Good win for them, and we'll see them next week. We'll talk about them on our next segment, which is coming up, and that's the Langdale Honda Kia Look Ahead.
Valdosta State University.
Encouraging.
In-depth inquiry.
Hands-on experience.
Service and involvement.
And a global view.
While offering
a beautiful residential campus.
Over 100 fields of study.
Graduate and online degrees.
And championship athletics.
All in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Discover your opportunities.
Valdosta State University.
Welcome back to the Langdale Honda Kia Look Ahead. And Coach, making a pretty long road trip up to Florence, Alabama, a football team everybody thought was going to struggle this year. They got a guy who knows what he's doing coaching, and they're 5-1, I think.
Well, I don't know who thought they were going to struggle. They got a lot of good football players still in that program, and they got a great staff, and there's a lot of pride in that program. So This is going to be a heck of a road. This is our longest road trip of the year. You know, obviously with a bus ride, you know, we've gone farther distances, but as far as the trip is concerned, it's the longest one. And it's a great place to play. It's this second straight week. We're going to play in a great atmosphere. They bring a great crowd, great stadium. Hopefully we'll go up there and play well again.
Probably the number one rivalry for us they're all big rivals, but there's something about when you say UNA and Valdosta State.
Well, no matter what sport it is here at Valdosta State, when you talk about UNA, everybody gets a little bit fired up, a little bit juiced. So hopefully our kids will do the same thing. It's going to be, like I said, a great atmosphere. That's a great place to play, and you know, we're looking forward to it. You know, we've got 3 straight games where we were playing somebody who beat us in the last minute of the game, and this is our second one.
All right, Coach. Well, again, a great win for you guys, and congratulations on that. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock next week up at Florence, Alabama, which, by the way, is the home of the Division II National Championship game for a long, long time. We'll be on the air with the pregame show at 4:30 Valdosta time next week with kickoff at 7 o'clock. So for the head coach, David Dean, I'm Dick Rocky. I hope you have a wonderful week.